Welcome back to Action 2 News at 5:30. The Bay Catholic Diocese announcing this weekend that they are investigating sainthood for Brice, the champion farm girl who says the Virgin Mary appeared to her in 1859. A chapel was built on the site of the apparitions, a shrine to the Blessed Virgin Mary. That National Shrine of Our Lady of Champion is the only Vatican-approved Marian apparition site in the United States. The shrine has formally asked the church to begin this investigation into her life, which begins the path to sainthood. Bishop Ricken asking for anyone who knows of Adele, has stories, letters, or documents about her to send those to the diocese.